fractions in a fraction. You can't. You're not allowed to. So anytime, Tim, that we see a fraction in a fraction, we gotta get rid of it. So take a look at this guy. I'm going to make this really bold right here. That's my fraction line. And here's what's weird. I have a fraction right here, and I have a fraction right here. I have a fraction in a fraction, and I can't have that. I am allowed to have something in the numerator, like one line, and one line in the denominator, but I can't have multiple lines. I can't really have 3 lines. It's called a complex fraction. We're going to get rid of it. And it's pretty easy to do. And it was weird. Last period, like, kids were silent when they were working on this. And I think it was because it was just hard enough that you kind of wanted to do it, but easy enough that it was fulfilling. So I will say this before we go any further. Those of you who have had me last year know this about me, and those of you who haven't. I like teaching fractions, but I, like, you know how, like, fingernails on a chalkboard makes your, like, the hair on your arm stand up? I hate when you cannot cancel with fractions. Like, it makes me viscerally angry. Like, I'll do the problem, and I'll be like it makes me super angry. So I find this lady's stuff, because she's the queen of canceling. And so today, when you're doing this, you will cancel stuff, because canceling, it's like getting that itch on your back, where it's like, oh, okay, that's it. Like, I love me some canceling. And I don't know why I'm telling you that, but there's a lot of canceling. So if you're thinking, I hate fractions, this shouldn't be so bad. Okay, so here we go. So Justin, the first thing is, we need to make sure that we have one fraction on the top and one fraction on the bottom. Now, I'm going to show you a very easy little thing right here. 2 over 3 over 7. I need you to look at this guy, and I want you to notice this. This is a fraction right here, but this guy right here is not a fraction. In order to fix a complex fraction, we need a full fraction on the top and a full fraction on the bottom. So since that dude is not a fraction, can I turn 7 into a fraction really easily? Yeah, by putting it over what? Putting it over 1, right? So if you're thinking, what the heck does she mean that you need a single fraction in the numerator, a single fraction in the denominator? That means I need 1 fraction on top, 1 fraction on bottom. Okay, yay. Step 2, we're going to say, wait a second, fraction means divide. So we're going to say this is going to be a divide problem. And you're going to be like, okay, that's not bad. So now he's gone. Now the next thing we're going to say is, wait, the only good thing about fractions, there's only one good thing, and that is we never have to divide. Ever, 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 ever. What do we do with fractions instead of divide? We flip it and we multiply. Owen is perfectly right. So guess what we're going to do? I call it the twirly up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dude right here, and instead of writing it as divide by 21a over 10b, I am going to twirl him up. In other words, I'm going to put the 10b squared on the top and the 21a on the bottom, and now I am ready to multiply these guys. And this part I like. We are gonna, so now I have created it, made sure I got fractions. I set it up as a division, and then I twirled it up. I'm gonna make a little twirly thing here. Twirl it up. And then I am going to start canceling and factoring. I love this part because I love canceling. Here's what you need to remember. Anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom. The only thing you can't do is cancel top to top, bottom to bottom. So anything on the top is fair game with anything on the bottom. So does anyone see some stuff of this guy and this guy who I can cancel? Something nice and easy. Say it. The 10 and 5. Love that. I'm going to start right there. So 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 10 2 times. That's awesome. Give me some other stuff. A's. The A's, absolutely. I got 3 of them here, so let's make it down to 2. Is that cool? And then this guy just goes away. Super good. What else? 6 and 3, I love that. So I'm going to do the 3 goes in there 2 times, and it goes in there 7 times. That is so good. I see one more thing. Anyone see it? How about the B's? Sure. This guy goes away, and this guy's down to 1. I used to teach this last year as factor, cancel, squish. We're going to squish together everything we got. Be very careful. I've got a 2, an a squared, another 2, and a b. So on top, I will have 4 a squared b. And on the bottom, it looks like almost everything goes away but the 7. So this crazy fraction, that crazy mess, is really 4a squared b over 7. So, are you guys ready? Next one I love this next one, because I freakishly don't hate these. I don't hate them. Okay, step 1. Do I have a fraction on the top? Let's take a look and let's see if I do. Yep, that's a fraction. Do I have a fraction on the bottom? Yep, I do. Step 2, twirly flip. Twirly flip. I'm writing this down. So here's what I have. N squared minus 9n plus 14 over 4n plus 28 times twirly flip n plus 7 over n minus 7. Now we're going to stop right here, and this is a weird thing that I teach. Here's what. When we are doing fractions, I'm going to have everyone put their pencils down for 2 seconds. Do you guys agree that 5 over 7 cannot be reduced? 5 over 7 is 5 over 7. Are we cool with that? No one's thinking I'm crazy about that. Does everyone agree that 7 is the same as 5 plus 2? Right? Everything's good. So can I do this? Is 5 over 7 the same as 1/2? Is that fair? Am I allowed to do that? No, I'm not allowed to do that. Here's why. This thing, this plus sign is super strong. It's so strong that unless you have another 5 plus 2, a married couple, you cannot cancel them. So as much as this n and this n looks like you want to cancel them, you cannot, because this is a married couple. It's n plus 7, right? And this is n minus 7. And unless that married couple is the same, and what makes you married is a plus or a minus sign, right? You said, please, let's get married. Now, the thing to keep in mind, oh, I'm going to go to hell. Trampy numbers that will multiply with anyone in the world when they're out in the wild, then you can cancel. So let me give you an example. If I have 5x plus 2 over 10 x minus 3, the 2's and the x's, they cannot cancel. But that's a single guy. He's just some trampy guy multiplying, and that's a trampy guy multiplying. We can cancel them, right? Married couples can only cancel with married couples. So with that in mind, with your neighbors, factor this and start canceling. There you go. Factor, cancel, squish. Factor it. Factor it. Factor that top guy. Factor that bottom guy. You know how to do that. We've done that a billion. Factors of 14 that add to the -9. Right where you're like, oh yeah. And then you're going to have some crazy canceling. Yes, it is. And why can't I do that? Well, it's just married, right? See, love this lady. Love the canceling here. I work really hard to find this stuff. n minus 2, n minus 7 over 4, n plus 7. Don't cancel those n's right there. Anything on the top can cancel with anything on the bottom as long as they are either single guys or married couples. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Answer is n minus 2 over 4. That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at this. N minus 2 over 4 is the same as that nightmare stuff. Oh, that was a wait. No. I'll start. I factored that.
Oh, I did the bottom part right.
There you go. And then I just like canceling.
Yes, I know.
Stop.
Can it be a regular thing to have just obscure Mondays off?
Like there are some schools that do 4 days a week that you go longer.
I don't.
Yeah, 1 hour a day.
I want someone to do a survey of
Okay,
productivity go up when you have a 4-day work week.
They have. They absolutely do.
Then why am I here?
Because Americans believe in the grind. Europeans, not so much. Okay, here we go. Hey, welcome back, Liam and Tim, to 4th grade. Before we move on to the last 2 problems, we need to do a 4th grade problem. I did not do this in 0 period, and they were struggling. I did this in 4th grade, and it's like, oh, because we got to talk about 4th grade math. Because, yeah. So here's what. I have to add these guys. When we add fractions, what do we need to add a fraction? Common denominator. And in this case, what will be my common denominator? Ooh, 27 would work. Could I go to something smaller? 9 can work too, but 27 is not bad. 27 will work. I'm just lazy. What does this guy need to look like that guy? He needs nothing, right? He's a 9. He needs nothing. So I'm just going to steal his 2. What does this guy need to look like that guy? It's a 3, not a 6. We multiply, right? So times by 3, what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So I'm going to say plus 3. So when I add this in 4th grade, I would say 2 plus 3 is 5 over 9, right? Just needed to talk about that for a minute because here's where we're going. We got a little bit of craziness here. You guys ready? Please deep breath. We got this. Hey, Tim, you got to watch this one because this is where it's getting weird. Okay, step 1. I have a single fraction right there. That's awesome. But I have a problem right here. I have 2 fractions. I don't like 2. I need 1 fraction on the top and 1 fraction on the bottom. So we need to, before we do anything, we're going to take this stuff from the top and we're going to mess with it just a little bit. Are you guys ready? Now, the first thing I'm going to do is that what I think of, I think that some of you think of as like, that's a baby step. Mock me if you will, but I don't get these wrong because I do that actually, right? Do you have to do that? You don't, but I swear to you, after 30-something years of teaching algebra 1, 2, and 3, that's where you guys blow it. Okay, so we're going to make a single fraction. So I need a common denominator between those 2 guys. Can someone tell me, oops, let me feel that. What is my common denominator? And it's easy. It should not be scary to you. What's the number? 3x, right? A 3x. What does this guy need to look like that guy? Any guesses? He's got a 3. What is he missing? He needs an x. He needs an x. So I give him an x and him an x. So I'm going to get x squared. Are we okay with that? What does this guy need to look like this guy? A 3. So what I give to this guy, I give to this guy, or -9. Are we okay with that?
Why'd you?
We did?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm getting rid of this double thing, ugh, and I'm putting in this guy right here. Did I lose anybody? Because now I have one fraction on the top and one fraction on the bottom. You all okay? Okay. Here's what I need you to do with your partners. Let's twirly flip. Do it. Twirly flip it up. So we're going to do it right here. I'm going to have x squared minus 9 over 3x times twirly flip. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you, because you guys are smart. This lady likes canceling. Can we factor x squared minus 9? Do it on your whiteboard, on your paper, and watch the magical canceling begin. It's very fulfilling. I hate these when you don't cancel. Like I hate when this is the end. I won't do it. I'll quit. I'll be like, this is dumb, I won't do it. Did you get x plus 3 over 3? Okay. Yeah. Did you do this? X minus 3x plus 3? Yeah? Are we ready to start doing some canceling? How about this guy with this guy? Love some canceling. How about this guy with this guy? Here's what I have left. All that's left on the top is x plus 3. All that's left on the bottom is 3. Can I cancel the 3? No. Husband and wife. Just a single duty, love. Are we good? Okay, well, last one for you to try all by yourselves, and I'm going to come around. There we go. Try this one. You got it. You got it.
How do I eat? I don't know how to eat.
And then x on the top. So can I cancel once?
Yeah, you got the small screen.
You want to have any single
Well, I'm just confused.
You're gonna have a plus. It's just usually like for just
Yeah. So why didn't you take away the x and the top? And it be just 3 and not 2?
Yes.
because before, remember when that first one, we had like an A stage and the plus the minus. Let's do it. Let's see how we got it. Oh God.
Why did you give her so many easy?
I don't know, because here we go. So, before I can start this, I need this guy to have a common denominator, which is going to be a 3p, because he is 2 fractions. I need him to be 1 fraction. So, he's missing a 3, and a 3 goes up here. So, I have 3. He is missing a p, and he gets it. So, plus 2p. That is awesome. Now I do my twirly flip, Am I a little disappointed that this problem has very little canceling? Yes. Does it kind of piss me off? Sure, it does. But can I at least cancel the p's? Yeah. 3 plus 2p over 3. Oh, I want to cancel those 3s, but I cannot. That's a married couple. Your homework is 1 through 8 and 15. But on the answer sheet, 7 and 8, I changed the problem, so I will put the answers up. Do some before you leave. Maybe do 7 and 8 right now at the table here. But these are super doable.
Not so bad. Oh, and that's invited to be. Did invite me. When you guys do,
I'm not even asking
I
you.
want to finish just, walk around.
1 through 8 and 15. I am going to check because I reached out to you a long time.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
And I will put up the answers for 7 and
Can you
8.
do that for me, please?
Yes.